unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Jack Dempsey, the Manasseh Mauler. If you want to call yourself the best, you've got to go through a legend like this man. He'll face this man. He is Smokin' Joe Frazier. He took part in the greatest boxing trilogy of all time with Muhammad Ali. He defines the words Philly fighter.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Jack, the Manasseh Mauler Dempsey, one of the legends of all legends. One of the best to ever lace up the gloves, no doubt about it. Smokin' Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. There's no one quite like Smokin' Joe.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Manasseh, Colorado, a true legend of boxing, here is one of the all-time greats of the sport, the acclaimed heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Manasseh Mauler, introducing Jack Dempsey. Fighting out of the blue corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweight, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Take the phone off the hook. This is all I wanted to see right now, right in front of me.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. Good left hook. Beautiful counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Nice counter shot. He blocks the jab. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They're headhunting right now, but it's paying off. Punch, counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Down goes Frazier. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Start sticking a few.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off.
Just the same again. Don't change too much.
Get focused, get your mind back on the job, get back out there and win the rounds.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss them. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Just stay focused. Don't let...
I need you to focus on...
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab doesn't score. Block that right hook. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Oh my goodness, Johnny! Jack Dempsey, oh boy, in trouble. Thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Down goes Joe Frazier. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Don't be looking there for a one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to...
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Now listen, kid,
You've got to be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out.
You'll focus back at that jab back. Just box, be smart.
But you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on end. Think about what you do. Good work.
Get this boxing back together.
Let's get it started in round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice counter shot. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. There's a counter shot. That hook's blocked. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good defense there with that left hook. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second.
Come free.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Frazier covering up. He's got nowhere to go. Good defense from Frazier.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They block the hook. Beautiful counter punch. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Missing with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the beef.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Just missed with that hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. They stop the hook there. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Back and forth they go. Beautiful counter shot. Every time despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You're much better. He's not in your league.
Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax.
On him in this round. Don't worry about that round. Don't.
You'll take him out. He's too tired.
This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Dempsey in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Get your mind back on the job.
I'll be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there.
Hey, you're way better than this guy. You're way better.
And there's the bell for round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The perfect counter lands. Oh, right there. Oh, no, Dempsey is hurt. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well done with that counter shot. Misses with the right uppercut. That counter shot lands. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Nice counter. A A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
You stay focused now.
And don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
You were thinking you were small.
And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Is Frazier in trouble? Frazier finally answering back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Straight right just misses. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, and what a result.